and welcome to part 2 of my testimony. So today I felt led to tell you a couple of stories that will show you how God is always guiding and speaking to us, and as long as we're paying attention, He will get us where we need to be. And even when we're not paying attention, when the noise of the warfare and everything else is going on around us, and we find it difficult to focus on hearing the small, still voice, He'll still get you where He needs you to go. So here's my story. So last week I told you about how I ended up back in Chattanooga and then heavy warfare, and from there I didn't know whether I was going to Florida or San Diego. Well, I was going to the Greyhound bus that morning, and when I tell you the most loud warfare I've ever experienced, it was very hard. I heard God, but I couldn't focus. It was very difficult to just easily obey. So He did tell me 2 things. He said, leave 1 suitcase in Chattanooga and to change my phone number. So I heard it, but then, you know, when you're in that kind of intense warfare, it's hard to even focus. It was just everything I had just to get our stuff packed and to get to the bus station. So I got there, it's blazing hot, and I'm looking at the time. This Greyhound is extremely late, and I'm going, God, what is going on? What is going on? And I finally got still enough where He said, I told you, change your phone number and to leave 1 suitcase behind. So I'm going, oh my gosh, okay. Well, luckily, see, God doesn't waste anything. Right behind us was a homeless camp. And there was a woman there who was kind of coming around talking to us, and so I proceeded to empty out, stuff that we didn't really need and get the suitcase all set up and gave it to her in the homeless camp, so it went to a good cause, so that wasn't a problem. And then I changed my phone number right there. As soon as I got off the phone with the phone company, the bus pulled up. See, God is not going to let us not obey when we're going towards His will. He is there guiding us. He's got His hand on us. So then that's when I got into the bus. I'm like, oh wow, I should have done that earlier, but and that's when He told me, you're going to Florida. So He's just so faithful. So in that too, so I'm going to tell 2 more stories. So in that time of waiting, I'm looking around and I'm rebuking the devil when it was really God waiting on me to obey. See how good He is? He made the whole bus late so I can obey. So I'm looking, there's a huge billboard in front of me. And it's about a women's shelter in Chattanooga, and it said God's Answer. And it was like, boom, highlighted in my face. So I put that in my pocket. I said, okay, there might be a chance here that God is going to call us into a shelter. So that was another thing that happened in the waiting. So then we get on the bus, we go to Florida. After the whole experience with the divination and all that, and we go, my stepbrother worked 5 minutes from this house. It was another reason I felt kind of safe to take a chance there. And when we leave, we get to his fire station, and on the screen it says, all the calls come up, and then it says ASS and blah, blah, blah. Well, I had a vision about 3 days before I actually left for Florida, and it said, your capital A, capital S has been settled. And I'm like, God wouldn't swear to me, so it can't be that word. And I'm not sure what this means, but it was so in my face that I could not forget it. So then I see this up on the board, and I go, hey guys, what does ASS mean? And he said assignment. So see, from there I knew, okay, I'm in the right place. God has led me. God is guiding me. My assignment is settled. Now I just have to figure out what that assignment is. So see, this is the faith walk. You go with what God's given you. You walk, more of it lights up. You keep walking, more of it lights up. And that's walking in faith. So my assignment ended up being in Florida, in a women's shelter, where Chloe and I got to shine our light. And if you followed the channel on Lost and Found 747, then you've seen some of that as I was, continuing to record and prophesy during that time. And I was able to give a lot of money to people who needed it by the people who donated. It was a really awesome time. Difficult, yes, but when God's carrying you through and you're on assignment, He gives you grace to do it. So I just wanted to show you that God is always speaking. He's always guiding us. And part of stepping out and in faith is just walking. And sometimes it is, without sight. You're like, you're going, okay, I got this clue, so I can go this far. And then you wait and another clue opens up. He's never going to leave you. He's never going to forsake you. He's going to bring you where He said He's going to bring you. He's going to use you for His glory. He's going to work all things out for the good of those who worship Him. Okay? So this is just a little encouragement to show you. If you step out in faith, God is always going to have your back. And you will not regret it because it's going to grow you closer to Him and closer to His heart. So I hope that my stories are blessing you of how much God has led and blessed and grown my faith in the last year. And I look forward to part 3 next week. And I'll see you tomorrow for Wednesday's Word on Lost and Found 747 and Lost and Found Living. I'll see you for Living Everyday Thursday. Okay, be blessed, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.